Hello YouTube, this is a video response to Together for Peace on his latest video. This is scripted just to all my subscribers. I apologise for not doing any videos recently. My computer's absolutely up a certain creek with no paddling gear, and so I'm borrowing an old laptop from my dad, no video software, so this is all uncut. And I actually scripted this, and Mr. Peace, Together, I actually start off oh for fuck's sake. The reason for this is I'm actually quite disappointed by your latest video, because I saw the text comments to the one before, which was posing pretty much the same questions, and I realised you must get an awful lot of text comments, and bound to be most of them are crap, like 99% of everything, but there were some very good ones amongst there, and I hope at least mine was alright. I thought they did a very good job explaining what was the motivation behind us saying that we lack a belief in a God, rather than saying that we don't believe. And you're correct, most of us use them just as analogous terms, and you might be able to see some literary differences. But the reason, at least in my opinion, why most people say that they lack a belief rather than they don't believe, is because when we say that we don't believe in a God, people here, we say we believe there are no gods, which are not analogous statements by any means. And it's because of the burden of proof, which doesn't depend on who is trying to persuade, or, as you say, on who's an atheist and who's a Christian, but on who's making the claim. So, if I claim that the Christian God does not exist, I should have some evidence, some cause, some reasons. And if you claim that it does exist, exactly the same evidence, cause, reasons, logic. But on to your next point, when we talk about babies as atheists, and Glenn, if you're watching, yeah, I thought of you. Inanimate objects, babies, atheists in the same sense of the term. They can't think about the question. They lack a belief in a God. They do not believe in gods, therefore they're atheists. And in fact, a rock is fairly good as an analogy with a baby for this, because you have a rock, and that's an atheist rock until someone comes along and carves a fucking great cross through its head. And exactly the same with a baby's mind. So, yeah, that was a bit harsh of me, I apologise. But it comes from the heart, to be quite honest. The amount of poisoning that I see goes on in people's minds with their kids is quite bad. But the important thing, I think, from your point of view, is it a meaningful use of the term atheist? If everything like that is atheist, then surely it should only apply to people who've sat down and really thought about this, had a good cup of tea and a think about their beliefs. But then if we tried to apply that to Christian thought, I think most of the Christians I've known in real life, they'd not count. So the manner in which the way lack is used, I think that would be not possessing, just very simple, not possessing a belief. When you lack something, you do not possess it. It is not in your possession. You don't have it. So I don't have that belief. I lack it. And I think that's a fairly good use of the term. And as I said before, the reason people say they lack is because others constantly try and say that we're saying that there isn't any, that we're asserting a positive belief in the negative existence of such a thing. Instead, we're rejecting the claim. So maybe we should go over to your way of doing it, so that it's clear that we're not asserting a counterclaim, but rejecting theists' claims of supernatural deities. So maybe you're right on this. Maybe we should switch, instead of saying lack, to saying reject. So I'll leave on this short note. I'm Norfolk Boy. If you're watching this, please subscribe to my channel, The Boy from Norfolk. I reject the claim that gods or any other supernatural agents exist until I've seen some much better evidence than I have. If you've got it, please share. Our dibs on the Nobel Prize, though. And thanks very much, YouTube.